Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my keyfrig that I have set up in Mainstage. It's a really simple rig. It looks very complicated, but it's actually really simple. So I'll show you the Mainstage in a form of a picture, so that way y'all can understand what I'm talking about when I say these things. So this bottom keyboard that I'm using is a Williams Legato 3. I'm using it for my piano sounds and backed with a little bit of pad. So I'm just using the stock Mainstage pads. And then I can adjust all those, which I'll show you in a second, which this is what this top one is for. And then this also has another warm pad that I have it, so it has two warm pads that I can turn on. If I hit this button right here, this pad, I can go in and turn on another warm pad. Make it really big. So then after that, we can go into this middle keyboard. You can't see on the screen right in front of me, but you'll be able to see on the camera right there. This is a Nectar SC49 49 key MIDI controller, and I use it right now. I have this set up for if I was to do the song "This Is Our God" by Phil Wickham, so that way I can do. Right now it's going through a strings and a synth sound. So for instance, for the song "This Is Our God," I get that extra synth sound even though it's played on electric guitar. Now most times you won't have electric guitar playing with you, so having this I can give you those synth sounds and kind of imitate a lead line of a guitar. So yeah, that's all that one's really used for. This top one, this Alesis V25, has 8 pad buttons, 4 knobs, and 4 buttons. So I have these 8 drum pads is what they're really used for, but right now I have it mapped to where this first one turns on and off the main piano sound. The second one, what that one does is it makes the piano pad, and then the third one does the warm pad, and then the fourth one controls the strings of the SC49, and then the fifth one controls the synth, and then this top one plays just a strings pad. And that doesn't have any sustain running through it, anything. It's just a synth pad for if you need to fill in some empty space between a song or if the preacher is talking. And then these 4 knobs at the top here. The first one controls the volume of the piano, second one controls the volume of the pad, third one controls the volume of the warm pad, and the fourth one controls the volume of the strings ensemble, which is the SC49. So the first 3 are all controlling my main keyboard, which was the Legato Williams 3. And then the fourth one is controlling the SC49. The synth sound, I do not have a way to control it, but I don't change the volume of the synth sound, so I don't worry too much about that. I don't have these 4 buttons mapped yet, but this is going to be mapped as for scenes or for different songs, because most of the time in a church set list, there's not more than 4 songs on a normal Sunday. Usually there's 3 songs before the preaching and then 1 song for invitation or the response song, and usually there's rarely a extra 5th song in there, so that's for just the different songs, and that can completely change your entire setup and sounds, and I'll do a video about that eventually. But as of right now, so this is the setup. I will use it a little bit, just kind of give you guys a little bit of a gist of, how I'm using it and help make it sense. And then I want to show you guys how I connect all this into my MacBook Pro. It's a 2017 MacBook Pro, and I'm running Mainstage, so I'll show you guys how I get all the sounds in there, and then how I'm running my audio out, in this instance to my audio interface, but in a live setting to the PA or to the front of house mixer. So I'll show you a little bit of what this setup can do, and then I'll show you that. So that was just a short demonstration of how I use these and how I control it, and how each thing connects together. So now I'm going to show you how I connect everything. So basically I'm running MIDI cables from all three of the keyboards, all running into a Type-C adapter on my MacBook. It has 3 USBs on the adapter and a Type-C for charging, and that is running into Mainstage. Pop up a picture of it right now of what the settings look like, and then you'll also be able to see each of the channels that I'm running. And then how I'm running this out is I'm actually running, you can do it multiple different ways. The way that I'm doing it is I'm running it back into my Williams Legato 3, because I can control the volumes of the internal sounds, and I can completely turn off the internal sounds. That way I can run out only my audio that I'm having from my MacBook Pro. And that runs out, in this instance right now, I'm running that audio out. I'm running mono for the sake of the video into a Behringer. Which one is this? U4, a Behringer U4, has 2 inputs and has 2 outs on it. And that's what I'm using for this instance, but in a live setting or a church, I'll be running that as a stereo pair, left and right, sending out to the stage box or the snag of whatever it is at whatever particular church I'm at. So that's a brief overview of my keys rig. It takes about 7 or 8 minutes to completely set up. It's not a big setup at all, and the only thing that really needs power is the Williams Legato 3, and then I always run power to my MacBook. One thing that I do in case of emergency is I run, if I'm running my MacBook audio out through audio interface and I'm not running it back through the Williams Legato and using the Williams Legato as my output, I will take the internal sounds of the Williams Legato and I'll run that out to just the mono jack of the Williams Legato, and that would be like my backup in case Mainstage or my laptop fails. That way I can still get piano sounds out to front of house. I won't have all the extra sounds, but they can pretty much just unmute that channel, and then I'll have a piano sitting out in case something does fail on me. But yeah, guys, this is the basic overview of my keys rig. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.